So I just wanted to say hello and happy, it was your Saturday, it's my Friday. I'm getting ready to go on a dinner date with my husband. I just did laundry and then I just took a shower. It's like I dried my hair and it's already wet because it's so muggy and hot. And we're getting ready to go to this Thai restaurant that we sometimes go to. I don't really feel like wearing a watch. I was gonna wear a watch, but I don't really feel like it. So I haven't had Thai food in forever. And I'm really excited about that. Let's see, I made videos today. I just started this new audiobook. I finished my book last night. And I just started, oh, this watch is cute. I forgot about this watch. But it's dead. Story of my life. But isn't this watch cute? I got it at Target. Can you see it? With a band. Here, I'll show you on this. Can you see the band? It's like $20 at Target. But it's dead now, so I need a new battery. All of my watches need new batteries. It's so crazy. Yeah, I thought maybe this was like one of those wine clocks, but it's not. And I am getting ready to... Anyway, I made my videos today. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to dinner. I made my videos today, and then I did laundry, and then I took it to the laundromat, and I dried it, because we still don't have a dryer. It's going to be like a year and a half, and we still won't have a dryer. And then I read some, and then I came back, and I got ready, and I started my new audiobook today, Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. So 2 years ago, I read Dumpling by Julie Murphy, which is being made into a movie. It's like one of my all-time favorite movies. I absolutely love it. Or books. It's one of my all-time favorite books. I talk about it endlessly. And so yeah, I just started it and it is so beautifully written. That being said, I want to also talk about The Summer That Everything Melted by Tiffany McDaniel. Where is the cover of it? Because the cover is gorgeous. Here's the cover. The author that sent it to me. I started it last night on my front porch. I just want to read, you guys, I just want to read you like the first paragraph, okay? Well, first of all, the intro to her, listen to who she dedicates it to. My dad, Glenn, is a comet-tailed nights and what the screen door lizards sing. My mom, Betty, is a jazz song played by honeysuckle trumpets and honeysuckle vines. Dinah, my sister, is water hose rain on green grass and buttermints at noon. Jennifer, my sister too, is dandelion stars and infinite firefly skies. All told, they are my summer. This book is for them. I like opened that and I read it. I was like, oh my, I'm gonna die. Like, this is the kind of stuff I love to read. So let me just give you like the first paragraph, okay? The heat came with the devil. It was the summer of 1984, and while the devil had been invited, the heat had not. It should have been expected, though. Heat is, after all, the devil's name. And when's the last time you left home without yours? It was a heat that didn't just melt tangible things like ice, chocolate, popsicles. It melted all the intangibles, too. Fear, faith, anger, and those long-trusted templates of common sense. It melted lives as well, leaving futures to be slung with the dirt of the gravedigger's shovel. And this gorgeous, gorgeous writing! I was 13 when it all happened, an age that saw me both overwhelmed and altered by life in a way I'd never been before. I haven't been 13 in a long time. If I were a man who still celebrated his birthday, there would be 84 flames flickering above the cake, above this life and its frightening genius, its inescapable tragedy, its summer of teeth that opened wide and consumed the little universe we call Breath of Ohio. I mean, like, I am, like, so into this book. It is so beautifully written. I can't even tell you, you guys. Go get this book. The Summer That Everything Melted Everything. Even if not for the story, which I love, maybe just for the writing. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. So, okay. I gotta go, or I'm gonna be late to dinner. I'm supposed to be there in 11 minutes. Why does my hair never look like I want it to look? Anyway, story of my life. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. So here I am after dinner. You wanna see my husband? Hey, husband. Say hi. Doesn't he look so hot? My husband is so hot. Are you picking out some good music there, husband? See you at home. See you at home. So he took me to Thai food. You want to see what I got? Oh my god. Okay, so this is the green curry. I think it's called green curry fried rice. It was delicious. And then we got this tom yum soup that was so spicy. This place is so cute. You guys want to see? Here, I'll show you. It's really cute. It's called Chiang Mai Thai Noodle, and you see it's like sitting outside. It's so cute. And so yeah, that was our little Friday night dinner, which I try to look nice for. We had a good time. It was fun. And now I'm going to drive around for a second before I go home. Oh, my Shazam. I wanted to like download some of these songs. What's a song that I would actually buy on here? Oh my Lord. Okay, well there's this Crystal Gale song. I know you guys are like, what? There's this like Crystal Gale song. I think it's "'Cause you've been talking in your sleep." Do you guys know that Crystal Gale song? I cannot get it out of my head. And so I want to buy it. Is that what it's called? Talking in your sleep. I bet that's not what it's called. Talking in your sleep. There it is. What is this? Re-recorded versions. I don't know what that means, but it's cheaper. Certified hits. Do you guys like Crystal Gale? Why am I like... This car is like backing into me. Seriously though? You need to straighten your shit out. Okay, so when we were going to our meeting the other night, Tanya and I heard this song on the radio. Whenever we go to meetings, we always listen to country music. That's kind of Tanya and I's thing. And I am not going to be able to back out of this. This is insanity. This guy has like just trapped me in here. So anyway, oh, I know what I wanted to look up too. Rise by Public Image Limited, which is not country. Rise, Public Image Limited. Oh, there it is. I may be wrong, but I may be right. And what was another song that I wanted to, Oh, I tagged it. Where is it? I actually did tag that one. My tags. It ain't me. It was, Alex and I were walking downtown, and it was that Irish band that I used to listen to when I was in high school. The Pogues. Yeah, I want that song. Fairy Tale of New York. I already have that song on here. Why doesn't it show that I already have that song on here? So anyway, and now I'm going home to do a live stream in just a little bit. Let's see if anybody has asked for me to do a live stream. I put it out, I said, does anybody want me to do a super long live stream? Guess how many people said yes? Not many. Who wants a long live stream tonight? Of what? Somebody asked. Joan. Joan? Of me. Could listen to talk all day long, agree with everything he says always, and especially when I mention Stevie Nicks with Smith. So anyway, it is going to be such a laid-back weekend. I said to Alex, I said, I have a feeling it's going to be a very early weekend or night for Alex, because I said, that girl has her hair in a high center ponytail bun in the top of her head. And she looks like that girl that was in, oh, what's that show? It's not a good look for anybody. That, oh, my Lord. God, that person just swung out. This parking lot of like 8 spots is dangerous, my Lord. How the fuck do I get out of here? Do I have enough room? Okay. Thank you. Oh, now look what's coming the other way. This person is unreal. Seriously, honey.
I can help you. Okay, come here. You can back up and I help you.
There's a person coming that way. Okay, it's literally like 8 spots in this parking lot, and this woman decides to come this way. Fucking rude. This is ridiculous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There's Peter in a little bit of road rage. That woman saw what a difficult time I was having getting out of that parking space. That guy was so nice to help me with that. I mean, he literally went and stood in the street and backed me out. That was so sweet. That's what I'm talking about. We need to help each other more like that. That woman saw that I was trying to get out of that parking space, and she just came right around and faced me. Like, faced me. Like, there was no way for me to get out of it. I'm like, seriously? Are you that rude? People just kill me with their, like, sense of entitlement. There was no other way for me to go. I couldn't go the other way to get out of the spot. Oh, well. After I talk about my peaceful vlogs of how we should treat the world kinder, and then I flip her off. Bitch. We all have the right to get mad sometimes, don't you think? Look at those girls in little t-shirt dresses. How cute. And Birkenstock sandals. I love that look. If I was a girl in the summer, I would always just wear t-shirt dresses and sandals. But not like those like ropey gladiator sandals. Although I don't dislike them, I wouldn't wear those. I would always just wear like sandals that you can just like throw on. Do you guys do this in the Midwest? Or do you guys do this in other places of the country? Like the Midwest is killing for in the fall. All you see is girls in North Face or Patagonia like fleece jackets, skin tight jeans, sweaters with their high school or college on it, and Ugg boots. That is like the costume of the Midwest. It is so crazy. Here's this restaurant right here called Public Greens. If you ever come to Indianapolis, you have to come here. They like grow their own food. It's absolutely incredible. It's like surreal. So good. And then Brick's Ice Cream is right there. And standing right in front of Brick's Ice Cream is a very handsome man holding a little baby. Don't babies make men look more handsome? I think they do. Babies and dogs. Look at him. God, this place is hot to trot tonight. You know, he had a neon green Jeep Wrangler. Extended. That's what I'm gonna get when my YouTube money starts coming in. when I start becoming really YouTube famous. Oh my God. I love weekends like this when I don't have anything to do. Oh, that's every weekend. No, but why does my camera keep on shutting off like that? It drives me nuts. I don't understand it. I have like no idea. I was like talking about something completely random and it just like cut off in the middle of it. It did it last night. It did it to me today. I think it's because like right now it's underneath the heat maybe. It's 83 degrees. The camera hasn't been on that long that it should just shut off. Actually, I can't remember who it was. It's another YouTuber. She contacted me and she was like, I have the same camera as yours and mine shuts off too. I'm like, well, I need a new camera, but I can't afford a new camera. I mean, I could get a new camera, but I just don't want to spend it. Like, this camera's good, don't you think? Hello, you can see me. If you couldn't, it wouldn't be a good camera. Here, let me get a good screenshot, so thumbnail. Although I never can remember like which like clip part my thumbnail should be on. But do you see what a beautiful night it is? Absolutely beautiful outside. Oh. So anyway, ice cream kind of sounds good too. Actually, you know what sounds good is sherbet. Like orange sherbet or rainbow sherbet. Do you guys like sherbet? Sometimes if I get that like blackberry sherbet, it's like too much. It's like too strong. I can't do it. So anyway. Well, I'm gonna let you guys off here now so that I can, I have to say, I look kind of cute tonight. Peter, you need to try to dress up a little bit more. By the way, the Brickyard 400 is next weekend in Indianapolis, and they are having a concert on Friday and Saturday night, and yours truly will be there. So, if you would like to come and say hi, you can come to the Brickyard 400 concert. It's like DJs, like famous DJs, like the Chainsmokers are going to be there. So you can come and say hi to Peter! That means not one person will come up and say hi to me. Anyway, that flower shop is called Voila. Why am I like in such a giddy mood tonight? I don't know. Voila. It's like last night, I can't pull it up, but I did it on my main channel. I got Googling pictures of dogs in wigs. That makes me so happy when I look at pictures of dogs in wigs. I don't know why it cracks me up so much. I love it. Okay. Well, listen, I will talk to you in just a little while. Bye. My hairdo. I just got off of a live stream. And Alex went to bed. We're going to see... I just got gas. We're going to see 47 meters down tomorrow. It's at 1:30. Let's see. I want to see if I can buy tickets now and pick out where I want to sit. Get me out of this. I don't know what that is. What is Wish Upon? Do you guys know what Wish Upon is? It doesn't, it's not on anymore. Oh no. How do I find out where it's at? Get tickets. 10 a.m.? No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not showing anywhere around us. Well, I guess we're not going to see 47 meters down anymore. What is the show that we're gonna go watch called? This show that they're talking about, Wish Upon. Do you guys know what that's about? Here, I'll do a trailer reaction. Here, we'll watch it together. You guys will be like, no, I can't do that. Can you see it?
Hey, Carl, look at this. Seven wishes.
Looks like Indiana.
I wish Darcy Chapman would just like go rot. It's given me everything. Money, love.
At what cost? You have to get rid of it.
Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Said Ryan Philippe. Oh! Said Ryan Philippe was in it, but I didn't see him in it at all. Well, let's see what else is showing tomorrow. That was going to be my date. War of the Planet of the Apes. I have no desire to see that. The Big Sick. No, thank you. Spider-Man. Everybody will be there tomorrow. Baby Driver. Wonder Woman. Cars 3. Guardians of the Galaxy, where I already saw. Is there anything at this movie theater that I want to see? The Big Sick, The Hero. The 3 Hours. What's that? The Beguiled. What is Baby Driver? The Love Witch. This one got like 5 stars. What is this about? I don't want to see any of these things. And I'm going to wake up and I'll be like, I don't have a date for us because of my stupid movie. The Love Witch.
After Jerry died, the cops wouldn't stop harassing me. They couldn't prove anything.
This actually looks pretty good.
They actually thought that I killed him.
This kind of reminds me of a Quentin Tarantino
San
movie.
Francisco got to be a really bad trip after you left. That's when I remembered you had that extra apartment.
It got like 96%.
Hey? Hi, I'm Trish. Hi, Trish. Well, what do men want? Just a pretty woman to love and to take care of them. Love me. Love me. What I'm really interested in is love. You might say I'm addicted to love.
Did you ever see that movie back in the day? 96%. It got like really good ratings. Baby Driver. What's that about? It's got Ansel Eggle, whatever his name is, from Fault in Our Stars, and Kevin Spacey. Maybe we'll just stay at home and watch a movie tomorrow.
Shut up. Let's talk it. The target is an armored truck. The perimeter truck's 10 a.m. sharp.
I don't want to see that. Anyway, I've seen ads for that before. Well, that's real depressing. Now what am I going to watch tomorrow? Guess I'm not going to be going to see any kind of movies. It makes me sad. Anyway. I just mentioned the car alarm. I have like this old friend texting me. So anyway, I just filled the tank and got a fountain pop. The guy in there is a little different. Let's be nice about it. And he was like, be safe. I was like, thanks. He was real nice about it, but he was like, be safe. And I was like, thanks. And then he was like, and I go, you too? And he goes, yeah, hard when you're in a building of glass. And I was like, oh, and I'm thinking like gunshots or something. He's like, yeah, a tornado almost came through here the other day. And I said, oh, it did? And I'm thinking, we haven't had any weather that was like, I mean, we've had bad rain. Look at my hair, dude. We haven't had any bad, like, weather that was like almost a tornado in the middle of the summer. And he goes, yeah, he said, I could see it forming over there, but then it just passed us by. And I'm thinking, a tornado touched down in Indiana the other day? I don't remember that. Like, I watch the weather pretty closely. You know, you become old when you, like, check the weather all the time. This will not be real long tonight, you guys, because I am totally into Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. And it is, okay, so Julie Murphy, I was talking about this earlier, she wrote Side Effects May Vary, which is a young adult. They're like, they're about teenagers, but I don't feel like they're young adult books. And then she wrote Dumplin', which kills me because every time I go to a bookstore, it's always in the young adult section, but I don't feel like Dumplin' is like a young adult book. I feel like you couldn't really appreciate it fully unless you're older. I don't know. And there's like all this Dolly Parton music through it. It's fantastic. And it's by this girl that's heavier. And she enters this beauty contest. And she's kind of sour. Like, she always kind of has like a negative attitude about things, which I love. I mean, she's not like this like heavy girl that's like happy-go-lucky and just really body accepting. Like, she's pissed all the time. And I kind of love the honesty about it, you know? And then so that book came out, they're making that into a movie, but she just had a new book come out called Ramona Blue, and I really knew nothing about it, and like, you know, I love her so much that like, it doesn't really matter, like, you know, what she does, I'm gonna read it. And I'm listening to it, and it's about this girl named Ramona Blue, and she's like 6'3", and she's a lesbian, and I think she's like 17, and she lives in this small town in Mississippi that's like a beach town, like on the river, and like she lives in her trailer, and she's very poor. And the person, like, and right at the beginning, like, the person that she's been in love with all summer is somebody that, like, only comes for the summer. And so she's like, hold on a second. And so she's like, she doesn't know when she's gonna see this girl again, and she's out, but the girlfriend's not. And I had no clue that it was gonna be like an LGBT book. And but it's not. It's like, you know how like Brokeback Mountain was not like, I know a lot of people want to call it like a gay book or a gay movie, but it wasn't. It was like, for me, like I remember my mom saying it's so much more than just two men falling in love. She was like, it's a love story. It's a true love story. Well, the way that Brokeback Mountain is a love story is the way that this is not like a lesbian book. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much more than that. The character just happens to be a lesbian, which I absolutely love about this book. And so anyway, I don't know, I just like am falling in love with this Ramona Blue like right away, and it's getting so many bad reviews, and I'm just like, what is going on? And I U-Downed forever tonight. I was on there for like an hour and a half, or no, like 2.5 hours. And I guested a bunch of people, and that was fun. And so, yeah. My eyes are dry tonight. It's like cooler tonight than it's been. It's 68, you know, it's like the last couple nights it's been like, you know, high 70s, early 80s. And so it's kind of nice tonight. It's cool and, you know, a little breezy outside. It's a nice summer night. And I feel like I haven't done a bunch of summer stuff yet, you know, like tomorrow night we're having dinner with Melissa and Jason. We might do something with them afterwards, like maybe we'll just watch a movie with them or something, or like rent a movie. We sometimes do that with them. That would be fun. And yeah, I like have to make a schedule for writing because I have to get these things, these two projects, these two books that I'm working on done. And I have just kind of been like relaxing the last 2 weeks since we've been back from Mexico, and I haven't been really doing a whole lot of that. I've done some, but not tons. And I need to like sit down and just be like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. This is how many pages minimum you're gonna write a day. This is how you're going to, you know, like get the stuff done. So one of them I have till January, so that gives me August, September, October, November, December. That gives me 5 months, which is a really long time to work on that. And the other one I'm like halfway done with already, so I don't need that long anyway. And I love to write. I mean, it doesn't feel like work to me, you know? It's like creating worlds and creating characters. And the problem is that when, like, I'm really in it, like, I become so saturated by it, like, in my head, that I really can't get the characters, like, out of my mind, so to speak. And it's hard, you know? It's like, they come alive for me. And, but it's like what I love about creating people and characters, and, you know, it's very similar, I think, in some ways to like giving birth, like, and wondering what that person's going to be like, or that child's going to be like as they grow up, you know, and, or looking at your children and how the world is going to perceive them and stuff. And, it's hard as a writer. You have a tendency to always like be very protective of your characters when like that's not necessarily true to the story that you're telling. And I seem to write a lot about victims of things that happen to people. Maybe that says something about me, I don't know, or how I look at myself. I don't think of myself necessarily as a victim though. Maybe I do and I don't realize it, I don't know. But I was thinking about the book, which then they made into a movie. I think the movie was with Cate Blanchett. No, it wasn't Cate Blanchett. It was, who's that girl that's kind of like her? I love her so much. She's such a fantastic writer, actress. I can't think of her name. She was in that movie, like, Elizabeth, I think. Oh, what is her name? We Need to Talk About Kevin was the movie, and she played the mother in that movie. And I thought, you know, like, writing that book, like, writing the part of Kevin would have been so hard, you know? And, I don't know. It's interesting, like, when you, like, delve into the soul of some of the characters. I like when writers, like, tell some truisms about characters. It's like when I watch movies and you, like, see something that, like, you see something that's a little bit unlikable about somebody, because we all have that, you know? We don't want to, all of us, like, read or watch about, like, you know, perfect characters. It's like, I think there's something attractive about people that are flawed, if that makes sense a little bit, you know? And then I love the idea that people that are flawed are really rather normal. And I think, like, in Big Little Lies, if you've read the book, this won't ruin it for you, but Celeste, who appears perfect, is living a flawed situation. And, you know, flawed in the meaning, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I won't say any more than that. But it's just, you know, off. And then, why can't I think of the other girl's name now? Oh my god, it starts with an M. Reese Witherspoon plays the part. Not Mackenzie. What is her name? Why can't I think of what it is? It's something Mackenzie. But anyway, she, like, appears flawed, but is, like, very normal, you know? And then, like, it's just interesting. And then, aren't we all flawed? I mean, don't we all have, like, 6 situations that we've lived through? Don't we all have, like, you know, characteristics to ourselves that when we look at ourselves, we just, like, beat ourselves up about, whether it's our hair or our body image or our weight or, you know, our jobs or interactions with people, or we think we're unlovable, or we think we picked the wrong people, or, you know, whatever it is in our lives, you know, or, like, I think we pick ourselves apart. We're, like, so hard on ourselves sometimes. And, you know, in my live You Now stream tonight, this woman came on, and Tanya C, if you watch my vlogs, I don't know if she does. She was so kind, and she was talking on there about how she had cancer, and it was in remission. She was like, it's in remission. It's, you know, it's so, but she had talked about how she had a hysterectomy and a double mastectomy, and I thought, my God, you know, like, that's a lot to go through to be in remission, and so many women have to do that. And I think that, you know, like, that is I mean, I've had so many women in my life as clients through the years, as friends, as mothers of clients, as, you know, like, coworkers that have gone through that I think that I have an appreciation for it, but I don't have an understanding of it. And I remember talking to my dad, because one of the operations my dad did for years was breast repair on women that had double mastectomies and mastectomies. And I said, you know, why is that an operation that's important to you to do? And he said, because a lot of times, he said, you know, women validate themselves and their femininity through their breasts. And he said, so you have to be very sensitive to a woman, because once their breasts are gone, they sometimes don't know who they are as women. And he said, it's something that I never would have thought about as a man. You know, we just don't look at breasts that way, but for women, it's something they grow into and they have their entire life. And he was like, you know, to not acknowledge that is to not acknowledge a woman's femininity, and you have to help her recognize she's still just as much a woman. But a lot of women really struggle with that. And I may be talking out of my ass, and a lot of you women may be like, no, that's absolutely not true. But, you know, I think I learned my respect for women from my father. You know, he was always very quick to say, you don't talk to your mother that way. You know, your mother brought you into this world, or, you know, like, your mother does a lot for you. And I think my mother taught me the importance of having women in my life. My father taught me the respect of women in my life. And he is not anybody that would have, like, for 1 second allowed me to talk down to a woman. I've never witnessed him do that. I cannot think of one incident when I've ever heard my father talk poorly about a woman, talk down to a woman, disrespect his own mother, disrespect my mother, even though they did not like each other, disrespect my stepmother. I mean, he just hasn't, you know? And not only does he talk it, he walks it. And to imagine women having to go through all of that, I just can't even, you know, it breaks my heart. And there she is, just on my YouNow stream, you know, just happy with her daughter on a Friday night. And I thought, and some of us bitch and moan about our lives. Could be so much worse, couldn't it? Could be so much worse. So I'm grateful to her tonight because she gave me that, you know. And I think that's what it is all of us passing on things. It's interesting, it's like, the more I interact with people, I feel like the stronger the stronger we're like all bound together, you know, like as far as leaning on each other and sharing things with each other. And the more YouNow streams I do and I guest people, it's just like for so long I wouldn't guest people. And it was really my nervousness, nothing else. And the more comfortable I've gotten with it, and I get to see people's lives and their stories. And this girl, Arlena, came on there today, and she's getting married in a week, and she was hilarious. And she was showing Boone's Farm for, you know, in her fridge for the wedding, and it was so cute. And she lives in Indiana, you know, and I'm like, God, it's such a small world. And, you know, then Angela from Vegas came on there, and she is just so real, and she either loves me or is very critical of me in the comment sections, and I was kind of a little scared to have her on there. And she was so fun. I was like, this is somebody that I would be good friends with, you know, and she was so nice. And then, like, you know, Beth the other night showing her dogs, and you know, just her hilarious stories. And her too, I thought, you know, like, this is somebody that I could go to dinner with. And so many of you, I think, God, if you live right next door to me, we would be best friends, you know. And I think it's hard. It's like, you know, the older you get, how do you meet people? How do you make friends, you know? And, oh, let's be friends. Where do you live? Oh, I live in, you know, Oregon. And isn't that so hard, you know? Anyway. Somehow I'll figure it out. We'll start a party chat line. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Well, all right, you guys, this is a shorter vlog tonight. I will do a longer one tomorrow. I'm going to vlog like Jason and Melissa and Alex and I going out to dinner a little bit, because Alex doesn't love that, and he's been very patient lately with it. So, but I got to get my bed video up. I still haven't put it up yet. So, I love you guys, and I hope you're having a really good weekend. Do something fun. Sit outside. Have a picnic. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your well. I love you. Bye.